Hey guys, and welcome. So today I'm going to talk about the second book from the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy, and it's called P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I have read this particular book probably almost 10 times since I got it. I got it right after I watched the movie. I got all three at the same time. I was obsessed. So in this regard, in this particular book, it starts off super cute, and I like the fact that they threw in John Ambrose McLaren in there. I like that there was a lot more details in their lives back in middle school. I like that part. I wish John Ambrose McLaren had a lot more pages in it, a lot more involvement in the book itself, because I love his character. He is probably like, if I was Lara Jean, that would have been my dream guy. Or if I was just, if I was someone that knew him, he would have been my dream guy, because he was like this super sweet guy, like very super nice, and just perfect. He's not callous, he's not a jerk, he's just, to me, that would be a criteria for a guy. Super sweet, super cute, perfect, and he's a gentleman in a sense. I mean, he is. So I love that part. I also love the fact that they also incorporate Genevieve's home life, and you can kind of understand where her foul attitude comes from. I'm not saying that is I'm not enabling that, but you have to also incorporate that people are people, and a lot of times when people are stressed out and put in a corner, they'll lash out. I'm not saying that that's a good way to do that, but it does happen. Everybody's not perfect, so it does happen. I love that part. I love that they really kind of gave her the background information and why she is the way she is. I'm gonna try my best not to give it any spoilers, because it would be horrible. Peter Kay is definitely very involved, and this is definitely my favorite out of three. I think I mentioned that already, because the roller coaster is extremely high and extremely low, and I don't know, I guess I love that kind of story. I loved it from beginning to end. There is no one part. I mean, like I said earlier, the only thing that I probably wish would have happened was there was a lot more John Ambrose McLaren. But when you reach the end of the book and then you read the next book, it kind of makes sense. I don't know. I feel like I'm crushing on John Ambrose, I guess. So that's really what I wish, and I really hope they make this into a movie. And I hope, since I've watched the first one it's a Netflix production, that I really hope that they add a lot of John Ambrose McLaren in it, because I think a lot of people want to see him. I have gone through goodreads.com, I've gone to YouTube, I've gone to other places, and a lot of people are like, I can't wait for the sequel, and I can't wait to see John Ambrose McLaren. You got a glimpse of him at the end of the first movie, and I gotta say, it's not what I picture, because John Ambrose McLaren is this very blonde, very pretty, kind of pretty boy face. And the actor in playing John Ambrose in the first movie, in the end, isn't very blonde. He has a pretty face, but he's not blonde. So, because the reason I emphasize the blondness is because in the book, that is like magnified. that is mentioned so many times and described so many times. Like, to me, when you read the description of Lara Jean and Peter Kay and even slightly Lucas, it's not as detailed and it's not as emphasized and brought up as John Ambrose McLaren. So that was a big disappointment for me for the movie. So I hope that they do something about that. I don't know. Maybe dye his hair, give him a wig, something. So anyway, I really don't want to do a lot of spoilers because, number one, if they are going to do a movie, I don't want to ruin people's view on it. And if you haven't read the book, I don't want to ruin it either. But you can kind of see how a lot more of Lara Jean does come out versus the first book. How the first book, she was a lot more guarded to the world. And she even says that, she even explains that in this book, how she was so guarded, she was just so scared of losing people and getting hurt and everything. And now that she has opened up, there's a new world out there that she never thought she would be a part of, and she never thought that she would be open to, because she was so guarded and she was just so scared. So you see a lot of her personality come out, not just to her family, but to the world. And it's very, very beautiful, the way it just slowly grows out and the way Jenny just writes it. I love her writing. I actually wish this was 4, maybe 5 books, and the third book didn't end the way it did, but it did, so that's a little unfortunate. I would be very, very interested too to see if there's a 4th book coming out, or there's a different book, maybe a 4th or 5th book that might be Peter Kay's point of view, or Peter Kay's POV, just because he's the lead guy character. So it would be kind of strange to make it John Ambrose McLaren's. Maybe she could for just one book for that, but I don't know, I just feel like after reading this book, like, ends beautifully to me from beginning to end. It's perfect. And like I said, the only thing that I wished was more of John Ambrose McLaren, and that's it. But his part in it is beautiful as well, and magical, and just so romantic. But I don't know, maybe it's best to be short and sweet than spread out, and it's not gonna be as beautiful as it is. I don't know. I am not a writer, so I don't know. But if you haven't and you love the first one, the first book, or the movie, To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I would recommend this for sure. It is a beautiful book. It's beautifully written. Jenny has just, I don't know, I think I'm in love with her. She's just beautiful with words, and I wish she had like published 30 books by now, but she has other series and other books. And a lot of times when I fall in love with an author, I wish they had like 30 books, because I'm an avid reader, and if I really, really love the story and you're a great writer, and I love the book and it's hard for me to put it down, I'll probably finish your book. Even as busy as I am, I might probably finish your book 1 to 2 days. I'd be able to squeeze that in. So when I was reading this, I think I went to bed really late because, I'm really busy with my baby and I don't have a lot of time. And sometimes I just squeeze it in right before I go to bed. And I think this one, I think I went to bed at like 3 in the morning. So, yes. Favorite out of the 3. I just love their, I love the love story, I love the love stories, I love the characters. It's beautiful. So again, I do recommend this. I give it a 2 thumbs up, and out of a 10, 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest, I would say it is a 10 for me. I know her PS, the first one I already scored it as a 9 or a 10, but this one is definitely a solid 10. I haven't even, I don't know, it hasn't even been a week since I stopped reading it. I have been reading it, and a lot of times I would put the movie on, and when it's done, I'll read the books. And just, you know, just that's kind of like my routine for like a solid week. I remember the other day my husband's like, "You're watching this again?" Because I put the movie back on, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before. And I'm like, I've been watching it every day. It's like, oh my gosh. But anyway, so thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you hit the like button, the subscribe button, as well as the bell, so you'll be notified every time I do have a new video uploaded. There should be links over here in regards to a few of my other videos, and I hope you do watch those as well. Thank you. Bye.